हेलो एवरीवन, मैं सागर बम्बोली आप सभी का फिर से एक बार स्वागत करता हूँ कॉमर्स ट्रेजर पर। सो टुडे इन दिस वीडियो आई एम गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट द रीसेंट मर्जर्स ऑफ बैंक इन इंडिया. Not only about their mergers, when it happened, who announced that mergers, then what are the top 12 banks in India, that is from largest to the smallest bank after the merger, and also about their headquarters and the year of establishment. So without wasting much time, let's start the video. So the mega merger was announced by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on August 30, 2019, and the mergers were scheduled to happen on April 1st, 2020. The main theme or the main intention behind this merger was to manage the capital of the banks more efficiently so that there will be reduction in the NPAs and the bad debts of the banks. Now, one more important point about these mergers were basically based on bad loan intensity and regional factors. So these were the two main points which were considered during this mega merger. Now, after this merger, the number of public sector banks in India will be reduced from 27, which were there in 2017, to only 12 banks in 2020 after the merger. Now, one very important problem which has arisen because of this merger is managing of human resource, that is the staff of the banks. So these are few points which you can remember as a base of this topic. Now, what are the merits of these mergers of banks? So these are said to be the 6 main important merits. That is, the bank has now more money to offer loans because of the restrictions on the banks will be reduced as the banks are now merged, so they can be available with more money to lend to the public. Improved services is another important merit. They will be providing better services to the customers. Reduction in recapitalization need from the government. So basically every year or every now and then the government used to recapitalize these banks because of the increased NPA, that is non-performing assets, but now with the merger of the banks there will be reduction in this. There will be wide range of products available for the customers. Not only the banking products but also the mutual funds, insurance also will be now taken up by these merged banks. Technological upgradation definitely is a very important merit of these mergers, and better focus on bank will be possible now by the government because the numbers are now being reduced from 27 to 12 as we discussed earlier. Now, which all banks were announced to be merged on 30 August 2019 by the finance minister? So 10 major public sector banks were merged and made 4 public sector banks. So now let's see what were those banks which were merged and into which bank they got merged. Now in the red I have given the banks which got merged, and in purple I have given the bank into which the banks got merged. For example, Oriental Bank of Commerce and United Bank of India both got merged, and now it has become Punjab National Bank. So the banks in the red have lost their identity and now they have become the bank which is given in the purple. So hope you can understand this. I made you the difference in color so that you can easily relate and remember these points. And because of this, Punjab National Bank has now become the second largest public sector bank in India with a business size of around 17.94 lakh crores. In the same way, Syndicate Bank was merged into Canara Bank, which makes it the 4th largest public sector bank with a business of 15.2 lakh crores. The third bank to be merged was Allahabad Bank was merged with Indian Bank, and the business size will now be 8.07 lakh crores. And the last few banks to be merged were Andhra Bank and Corporation Bank. Both were merged into Union Bank, and the size of the business now will be 14.59 lakh crores. So hope you remember all these banks which got merged and into which the bank got merged. Now before this merger there were few more mergers from 2017 and 2019. In 2017, that is on April 1st 2017, State Bank of India was merged with 5 associate banks of SBI and one another bank, and it became the largest public sector bank of the country with a business of around 52 lakh crores. So let's see what were those 5 banks which got merged into SBI along with another one more bank. So the 5 associates of SBI were State Bank of Bikaner and Jaipur, State Bank of Hyderabad, State Bank of Mysore, State Bank of Patiala and State Bank of Travancore. So these were the 5 associate banks of SBI now which have been merged into State Bank of India, and along with these 5 associate, Bharatiya Mahila Bank also got merged with SBI in 2017, and in 2019, that is last year, Vijaya Bank and Dena Bank were merged into Bank of Baroda. So these were the mergers which were done previously before the mega merger in 2019. So coming to the last session of the video, that is what are the present 12 public sector banks in India. Let's see those 12 public sector bank from largest to the smallest bank in India. So the largest public sector bank, as I said, is State Bank of India, and it was established in the year 1955. Earlier, State Bank of India was called as Imperial Bank of India. In 1955, it got established. Imperial Bank of India and the bank which were merged to become Imperial Bank of India, I have made a separate video on that. I have given the link in the description as well as in the I button. If you have not watched that video, do watch that video. The headquarters of SBI is presently located at Mumbai in Maharashtra. The second largest public sector bank in India presently is Punjab National Bank. Remember, Punjab National Bank was established in the year 1894, and this was the first bank to be purely managed by Indians, and the headquarters of Punjab National Bank is at New Delhi. The third largest public sector bank in our country is Bank of Baroda, which is also called as India's International Bank. It was established in the year 1908 and its headquarters is in Vadodara, that is in Gujarat. The fourth largest public sector bank is Canara Bank, which was established in the year 1906, and the headquarters of this is in Bengaluru, that is in Karnataka. The fifth largest public sector bank presently is the Union Bank of India, which was established in the year 1919, and it was inaugurated by Mahatma Gandhi ji, and the headquarters of this is in Mumbai, that is in Maharashtra. The sixth largest public sector bank in India is Bank of India. It was established in the year 1906, and the headquarters of this is at Mumbai in Maharashtra. Now, special thing about Bank of India is this was the first bank to established to open a branch outside India, that is in London. The seventh largest bank is Indian Bank. It was established in the year 1907 and the headquarters is in Chennai, that is in Tamil Nadu. The eighth largest public sector bank is Central Bank of India. A very special thing about Central Bank of India is this is called as India Swadeshi Bank. That is, it is the first bank to be purely owned as well as managed by Indians, and it was established in the year 1911 and headquarters is in Mumbai, that is Maharashtra. The ninth largest bank is Indian Overseas Bank, which was established in the year 1937 and headquarters of this is at Chennai in Tamil Nadu. The 10th largest public sector bank in India presently is UCO Bank, and it was established in the year 1943 and headquarters is at Kolkata in West Bengal. The 11th largest public sector bank is Bank of Maharashtra, established in the year 1935 and headquartered at Pune. And the 12th largest public sector bank in India is Punjab and Sindh Bank, which was established in the year 1908 and headquarters is at Delhi. So these are the 12 public sector banks which are presently there in India. Out of these banks, 6 banks are merged and another 6 banks are independent banks, and those banks were not merged because of their greater significance in the regional areas. So if you like the video friends, please hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, do subscribe my channel and please press the bell icon so that you can get a notification as soon as I come up with a new video. So thank you guys for watching the video. Meet you again with another video.